Good day, everyone. I am Gwyneth Oliva, and we are here to tackle and discuss what is listening in journalism. Next slide. So, here are the objectives for today's topic. By the end of the session, you will be able to define and differentiate between various types of listening in the field of journalism, analyze and explain the significance of different listening techniques in relation to journalism practice, evaluate how those various listening techniques can contribute to ensuring journalistic quality and ethics. Next slide po. Yun. The first question is, what is listening nga ba in journalism? It involves fully engaging and focusing on the speaker and their message. Well, according to what we have researched, listening is an art. It is an art of making others fluent. And also, this is more than just hearing and understanding the message. And according to Wikidavid, listening requires first concentration, second attention, and third is yung desire mo to understand the message. Now, next slide po. Here is the first type of listening in journalism. The first one is yung active listening. Active listening requires feedback. Ito naman yung active listening naman siguro naman familiar na tayo dahil naririnig natin to sa iba nating subject or course. Then, etong active listening, focusing on the message without acknowledging doon sa any disturbances or doon sa mga istorbo o yung mga pwedeng makapagpa-distract sa'yo. And for us, tayo mga aspiring journalists and yung mga journalists na rin, it is for us to ensure na we are gathering the accurate informations, and tayo kasi ay responsible sa pag-gather ng mga accurate information according to yellowbrick.co. And tayong mga journalist hindi lang naman tayong basta nakikinig lang para mag-respond o para na rin magtanong ng mga follow-up questions. Tayo ay nakikinig dahil kailangan nating maintindihan yung sinasabi o yung message natin. And that is according to Very Well Mind, according to Arlene Conchich. And the next few types of listening will be reported by Cristel Palomar.
So, good day to each and everyone. As Gwen said, my name is Cristel May Palomar, and I will be going to tackle empathetic listening. So, alamin muna natin yung word na empathetic. So, sabi dito, galing sa dictionary meaning, showing an ability to understand and share the feelings of another. So, when we say empathetic listening, this is the act of trying to understand what someone is saying. It includes their emotions and motivations without rushing to judgment. So basically, it is a skill that can help build trust and respect and can be used to resolve conflicts and create deeper connection. So bakit nga ba mahalaga yung empathetic listening as a journalist? So tayo as a journalist, empathetic listening is crucial because it helps us connect with our sources, audience, and colleagues. It is also help us to develop emotional intelligence and ethical sensitivity. Next po. So, dako tayo dito sa appreciative listening. Personal satisfaction of the listener. Kapag sinabi nating appreciative listening, it is the word itself. Appreciative means you appreciate what the speaker is saying and focusing on the message. The example that can be included is when we are listening to the songs you like or we like, diba? When we are listening to them, to the poetry or reading and more, in this field, we appreciate the speaker and the speaker meet his or her goal. So, why is it important in journalism? Because the journalists understand the speaker's perspective, emotions, and values. Next po. And last po na ire-report ko is informational listening. Sabi dito, absorbing the speaker's message accurately. In this session naman, it requires an active listening, which is, sinabi na ni Gwen kanina, kung ano nga ba yung active listening. Dito, in order for us to understand the speaker's message, so dito we need to understand the speaker's message. So why are this relevant to us as a journalist? Because through information we can expand or enhance our vocabulary, knowledge, and concentration. The few examples naman are obtaining medical instruction in an aircraft, ganun. Tapos kapag nanonood tayo ng mga instruction and videos or kapag nakikinig tayo ng lecture, dito nagkakaroon ng informative or nagkakaroon tayo ng information na nagigain natin. Thank you po.
The next one is critical listening. Critical listening is a type of listening that involves analyzing, evaluating, and making judgments. So dito, yun nga, base nga din sa nabanggit ko na it involves analyzing, evaluating, and making judgments. Para din siyang critical thinking. Diba pagka critical thinking, kumbaga, iniisip mo itong bagay na to in a critical way. Kumbaga, tinitignan mo pa yung ibang aspects nito. Kaya nasabi dito na making judgments. Kasi, tinitignan mo if yung sinabi ba sa'yo na message is facts or it contains factual information or it is just an assumption. And according to my notes, according to university libraries, critical listening can be learned with practice but it is not necessarily easy to do. Base nga dito na hindi siya madali, kumbaga skill din talaga siya na hindi din madaling pag-aralan. And it helps the journalists to assess their credibility, reliability, and validity of the information that they have received. Dito kasi, sa critical listening, diba? Kapag tayo ay ganap na journalist na, dito na nga natin masasabi na yung message ay based on facts. Dito kasi nakabase sa facts na, sa message na that contains facts, yung mga credibility natin or yung validity ng information na makukuha natin. And this type of listening, it identifies the gaps, the contradicting statements, and yung mga inconsistencies na sinasabi ng sender sa inyo or yung halimbawa in-interview ninyo. Dito nyo mapapansin if meron bang gaps, meron bang may mga nagko-contradict ba na statements or yung mga or parang hindi angkop o hindi tama dun sa una niyang binanggit, then parang nagko-contradict dun sa pangalawa niyang binanggit. Then masasabi mo na you are a critical listener kapag ka na-identify mo or nakapag-judge or you've judged their message critically. Then may I call on Ana Margarita Saclolo for the next few information.
Okay, I'm Ana Margarita Saclolo and I'm here to emphasize the importance of what I'm going to talk about. So, information gathering and building trust with the sources. So, para sa isang journalist, napaka-importante ng bagay na ito eh. Bakit? Kung walang reliable at accurate information na makukuha, walang mapoproduce na maayos na balita ang journalist. The news, stories, reportings, and everything we see in the media, they are all composed of information that these agents of media work on, process, and turn this into something that the public can consume, no? And in that sense, information is also like the heart of journalism. Building trust with sources is crucial as well. If you are interviewing someone, you need to establish a rapport of trust. Kasi kung hindi nila masasabi sa iyo yan ng klaro, kung pakiramdam nila ay hindi ka katiwa-tiwala, Just be approachable, know your boundaries, and respect the interviewee to build trust. Next. Identifying key themes and context. Bakit nga ba kailangan ng journalist o tayong mga tauhan ng media ang pagtukoy sa mga key themes at iba't ibang konteksto? Here's why. So when you as a journalist, you want these news or stories to be easily understood by your audience, right? So you have to be able to put all the information and things you have gathered into a comprehensible o madaling maintindihan na medium nang di sila nahihirapan sa pag-intindi sa nangyayari at sa mga dapat nilang malaman. Kasi if you as a journalist don't understand what are you trying to get into, paano pa kaya yung mga audience mo or panalagay na lang natin yung mga simpleng tao lamang na makakakita o makakarinig. Identifying key context is having some good knowledge and insights to help you create a framework of the truth. It is to extract a news of what have you garnered. Next slide. Why is active listening important? So we're on active listening. All right. The question is, why is it important? The answer is not even that complicated. You have to enable active listening. Kasi kung wala niyan, kung palpak ang pakikinig mo bilang journalist, I don't even know what are you even doing in the field. You shall reconsider if you should even go on. Journalism is like the bridge of truth that connects people and what is happening to our surroundings, no? It is to ground us to reality. Isipin mo na lang na kung you lack active listening, you made a mistake, you could harm people if that certain information or story isn't well thought, you did not really listen to it, tapos nakarating sa mainstream, sa maramihan, makakapahamak o disgrasya ka sa misinformation na yan. Kaya yan ang importansya ng active listening. So, that's all what we have. This is what we all have for today's report regarding journalistic skills. I thank all the people present here to create this presentation in order for us to deliver these important lessons we want you to understand. Now that you have learned the basic journalistic skills, ito yung mga tanong o questions presented that you can be freely answered through the comment section below. Thank you very much.
The first question is, how can critical listening be used by journalists to make an impactful judgment in a certain issues which will favor the best interests of all?
And as I mentioned earlier, how can empathetic listening help journalists engage more in the subject matters they're dealing with the speakers and listeners? And how can we be sure if the subject is true and factual information? If we will let our emotions conquer our understanding, just like what the empathetic listening definition says.
The other questions are, why is active listening crucial for journalists during interviews? And the other one, how does it impact the quality of their reporting?